Have you ever gone to an event and felt stuck in a conversation? Maybe right when you arrived, someone started talking to you, and 20 minutes later, you were bored out of your mind, desperately hoping for an excuse to leave the conversation. Well, if this has happened to you, you're not alone. This is actually a really common experience where people feel stuck in their conversations. In a fascinating study on this topic, Adam Mastroianni and Daniel Gilbert brought 250 strangers into a lab and had them have conversations with each other. They were told that they could talk for as long as they wanted, up to 45 minutes. Well, can you guess what happened? Many of these conversations went on much longer than either participant wanted them to. In fact, the average difference between how long people wanted the conversation to go on and how long it actually went on was about half the length of the whole conversation. People were also really bad at telling when their conversation partner wanted the conversation to end. In fact, 47% of conversations went on longer than both participants wanted it to. This shows that by ending conversations early, we're sometimes doing our conversational partner a favor. If you find the conversation boring, there's a decent chance that they do as well. But why is it that it often feels awkward to end a conversation early? I think there's two reasons. First is that we worry that other people will feel bad if we end the conversation. The other person will think you don't like them if you end the conversation early. The second reason it might feel awkward is that you simply don't know what series of actions to take to make the conversation end. So you feel hesitant and uncertain. So how do you end a conversation without making it awkward? First, let's consider one-on-one conversation. The first technique is what I call an excused exit. You wait until there's a natural breaking point in the conversation, such as when the other person finishes speaking, and then you say, "It was nice to meet you. I'm going to blank. I'm going to go get another drink," or "I'm going to go talk to my friend who just arrived." What's nice about the excused exit is that it gives a clear reason for exiting the conversation, which means the other person is less likely to infer that you don't like talking to them. The second technique I like to use, I call a courteous close. You wait until there's a natural breaking point in the conversation. You then say, "Are you on Instagram or LinkedIn or X or whatever your social media platform of choice is?" And then once you've exchanged social media information, you say goodbye. I use both of these strategies myself, and I find them very effective. But what about group conversations? Well, in group conversations, you can also use an excused exit, just like in one-on-one conversations. But there's also a technique you can use in group conversation that doesn't work on one-on-one conversation that I really like. I call it a subtle step away. To use a subtle step away, wait until the group is engaged in conversation where nobody is directing questions at you and you're not saying anything. Take a slight step backwards so that you're slightly further away from the center of the group. You then wait an additional 30 to 60 seconds to allow the group to get further engrossed in conversation with each other. At that point, you simply say, "Excuse me," and then smile at the group or otherwise indicate that you're leaving and simply walk away. You don't have to feel bad about leaving a conversation. There are lots of valid reasons to leave. Maybe there's something else you want to do. Maybe you just need to recharge your social battery. The key to make it not awkward is to make the other person not feel disliked or bad about you leaving. So the next time you go to an event, remember, you might be able to enjoy it more and spend more time talking to the people you really like if you get better at leaving conversations effectively. To learn more about improving your communication skills, check out our work at clearthinking.org.